Welcome to Sun City News. I'm your host, Norma Taylor, and here are some stories we have on the roster for this week's news show. Reporter Carol Fox has a Did You Know report on Del Webb. Georgia Lash attended the Low Country Happenings meeting. And later in the program, we hear from a Sun City photographer who achieved international recognition. Those stories and more coming up. Sun City News starts now.
This is Sun City News. With our news team bringing you stories from Sun City and the Low Country. Taking the lead with entertainment news. And on deck is our sports report. Sun City News, from people you know, about people you know. This week's SCTV News starts now.
Many Sun City residents are familiar with the Del Webb brand of an active adult retirement community. But who was the man behind such successful and vibrant communities? Our Did You Know series continues.
As we celebrate the 30th anniversary of Sun City Hilton Head, it's interesting to take a moment to look back. The active adult lifestyle community we call home is the brainchild of construction mogul Del Webb, who began his career as a building contractor in 1928. Webb was the eventual developer of the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, Madison Square Garden, and the Las Vegas Flamingo Hotel, among others. A former semi-professional baseball player, the charismatic Webb was also a co-owner of the New York Yankees from 1945 until 1965. The Yankees won the World Series 10 times during his 20-year tenure. With experience gained while building large-scale military housing projects during World War II, Webb struck upon an idea in the late 1950s to build large-scale communities for retirees. Up to that time, retirement living in America was only for the rich. The average working man or woman usually just stayed put in their own home once they retired. The first Del Webb active adult lifestyle community, Sun City, was opened in the Phoenix area in 1960, a place catering to active adults aged 55 and over who were attracted by Webb's vision of affordable and active retirement living. The first Sun City spawned several more in Arizona, as well as communities in California, Nevada, Texas, Florida, and South Carolina. Although Del Webb passed away in 1974, his construction company purchased 5,100 acres of tree farming land right here from the Union Camp Company in 1994 for $23.5 million. They began construction, and Sun City Hilton Head opened its gates in June 1995. The first 100 residents moved into their new homes that August. In 2001, the Pulte Group and Del Webb Corporation announced a merger. With its Del Webb brand, Pulte Homes offers baby boomers and retirees the opportunity to enjoy robust recreational amenities along with the ability to socialize and interact with other residents who share common interest. It's taken 30 years of hard work on the part of the developer, staff, residents, volunteers, and local groups to make Sun City Hilton Head the community it is today. As we look back, we can raise a glass to Del Webb, the man who started it all. And now you know.
Beaufort County Councilman Joe Passerman gives SCTV an update on the 278 Bridge Joint Resolution under consideration.
10 years of discussion, and it looks like there is progress on the Hilton Head Bridge project. My understanding, South Carolina Department of Transportation provided a new bridge design, correct?
Yes, that is correct. We were required by SCDOT, by the SIB, to come up with a plan by March 31st. We have come up with a plan to fund the bridge project.
Great. Now, I understand that the bridge design, the proposal was accepted in February by County Council, and then, of course, later in March by the Hilton Head City Council, correct?
That's correct.
Now, the one thing I noticed from news reports is that there was an emphasis on two-way access into Pinckney Island, and it seemed to be a very keynote issue. Why was that? Was that always a part of the plan?
The current bridge has access to Pinckney Island. The new bridge, as it's going to be designed and built, won't, because it is a 4-lane single bridge eastbound. Now, that doesn't mean we can't have an alternate to try and design it within the dollars we have. That's the key right now. The way we're designing the bridge utilizes all of the funds we have available.
What's the price tag on this new proposal?
The total amount of money that we have is $300 million to do certain things. Build the bridge, build the access roads, to do some things on the island, and then if there's any money left over, there's other things we can do.
Now that the joint resolution's been approved, what's the next steps?
Well, the next step is we have sent that on to SCDOT, Federal Highway Administration. There's a 9-month process that's going to take place now called the NEPA process, the National Environmental Protection Agency. They have to sign off. The FONSI, the finding of no significant impacts, that has to be done. They have to actually design the bridge. So that's going to be at least 9 more months. There will be public hearings, so the public will see the final design of the bridge. Then it'll be bid for construction. We're talking about 18 months before there's shovel in the ground.
Well, 18 months is closer than we've been for a while.
Oh, yes, it has.
Thank you for updating us on the progress.
Great.
Still more to come. Randy Selman covered the Greyhound Club. We hear about what's coming up on our monthly show in our neighborhoods. And Chris Chase covers Hardyville Citizens Police Academy training course. We'll return after this brief break.
Sun City TV invites you to join our crew. Our growing technology presence requires enthusiastic, creative volunteers. No previous TV experience needed. Email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com.
Randy Selman had a chance to meet up with about 20 majestic greyhounds. Let's take a look.
I'm here at the Sun City Hilton Head Veterans Softball Park, but I'm not here to watch a game. I'm here to talk about the James River Greyhounds. As you can see, we are filled with greyhounds here. I'm here with Chris Schlettner and Karen Shea, and they're from James River Greyhounds. Hi, Chris. How are you?
Randy.
Tell us a little bit about the event today.
Oh, we're excited. First of all, we have to thank the Dog and Pet Lovers Club and the Softball Club for inviting us. And this is probably one of our largest meet and greets with the potential for talking to people about greyhounds as pets.
So, Karen, tell us about James River Greyhounds.
Okay. James River Greyhounds is a 501c3 nonprofit, all volunteer staffed Greyhound adoption organization whose passion and purpose and mission in life is to get these retired racers their forever homes.
It's a great organization, and I see it's very active here.
It is. It is.
We've been lucky enough to create a family of greyhound adopters. People we've adopted too, but also people that have moved to this area and heard about us and have joined our group just for the social aspects and for the camaraderie and sharing ideas about health issues and dog sitting, things like that. So it's
I would think some people are a little bit hesitant to bring a greyhound into the house because of their size, and I think they need a lot of exercise. Am I right?
First of all, we say the greyhounds take retirement very seriously. So they are big couch potatoes. That's one of their nicknames, 45-mile-an-hour couch potatoes. They are cat-like, so they curl up like cats and they sleep a good bit of the day. Yes, they can come in different sizes, but no one should be afraid of opening their heart and their home to a greyhound.
I have to add to that, I'm 4'10.5", and I have not just one, but two, and my boy, wherever he is 85 pounds.
Karen, how can people get involved? How can they adopt? How can they foster? What can they do?
Okay. First of all, we want you to know that if you were to adopt, Chris and I are your support. Once you sign the adoption agreement, we are here for you to support you throughout the entire life of your greyhound. But if you are interested, you can go to the James River Greyhounds website, which is jamesrivergreyhounds.org, and you can fill out an application. That will trigger Chris or me to call you. We will do a home visit and come talk with you about greyhounds. And once we find out what kind of dog you're looking for, you're ready to adopt, and we'll find the right greyhound for you.
Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us, and go back to your greyhounds. It is amazing, and I do know some greyhounds personally, and I can vouch for their gentleness and their loving dispositions.
Thank you. Randy.
Kathy Ricardo, co-host of our monthly show In Our Neighborhoods, is in the studio today to inform us of what's coming up on the show. Well, Kathy, it sounds like you've had a fun and eventful March filled with neighborhood gatherings and St. Patrick's Day celebrations.
Yes, from soup, salad, and sandwich event at St. Patrick's celebration, Fox Lakes, Botany Bay, and March Cove, there's been something for everyone.
Well, the Cypress Run soup, salad, and sandwich event seemed like a wonderful way for neighbors to unwind. Tell us what was included in this event.
Actually, it was the 10th anniversary of Cypress Run's soup, salad, sandwich, and dessert event. All the food was cooked by the neighbors, and they had a great time enjoying the feast.
Well, you can't have a feast without food, and you can't with Sun City residents, right? And the Spectacular by the Fox Lake neighborhood. Potatoes, toppings, and good company. What went on there?
Well, certainly it was good company. The Fox Lakes neighborhood has at least one event each month. Accordingly, for March, this event was all about the potato and the fixings. The social committee actually cooked all the baked potatoes, and they were giant-sized. They used the ovens at Lake House to heat them up, and then they served to each table, which was supplied with the toppings. It was obvious that the neighbors enjoyed these events and each other's company.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. And then how about the Botany Bay event?
Again, St. Patrick's Day, they had a gathering and complete with homemade food. Amazingly, they had a big turnout, and they used practically every inch of the Riverbend Lodge.
Sounds like another great event. Well, for Marsh Cove's St. Patrick's Day event, it must have been a magical atmosphere with the Irish step dancers and rainbow balloon display.
Yeah. Marsh Cove has an amazing social committee. First, they had all sorts of homemade, again, Irish dishes served in a packed house. And they had a little bit of trivia, and they said 9% of the U.S. population is of Irish descent. For Marsh Cove that night, it was 100%. The neighbors enjoyed a fabulous step dancing performance by the Legacy Irish Dancing Academy from Savannah, and the neighbors were taught some steps.
Yeah. Wow, learning a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And everybody has some Irish heritage. Well, March is a month also known for all the basketball tournaments.
Right. And Oak Terrace decided to host a March Madness ice cream social. And the neighbors were treated to ice cream, and then they participated in all sorts of competitive games. But most importantly, they all got together and filled out their brackets.
Okay. And we'll see what happens. Well, thanks,
Right.
Kathy.
It was a fun month.
Thanks for coming on and giving us the scoop.
Thank you.
The Hardeeville Police are having their second training Citizen Police Academy, and Chris Chase is taking the 8-week course.
We're here at the Hardeeville Rec Center. Beautiful building, but for the next 9 weeks, it's going to be home of the Citizens Police Academy, and we're going to be here every week to let you know what's going on.
Of course, downtown Jerry Brown. Come on up.
Hello, everybody. How you all doing?
Great.
All these fine, smiling faces. So everybody here know each other? Everybody? You all know each other? No.
You will.
By the end of this, you all will. What I'd like to do is, since we don't know each other, we don't know anything about each other, I'll go first. But after I go, what I'd like for you all to do is kind of stand up, tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, why you're here. All right. So, I'm downtown Jerry Brown, Hardeeville Police Department. I'm with the community-oriented policing part of Hardeeville Police Department. I did 20 years in the U.S. Marine Corps. Retired in 1999 and went straight to work for the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office. So from Beaufort County, saw a better opportunity in Bluffton. So I went to Bluffton for a little while. Was on my way to a different department, got a little bored with that. But I ended up here in Hardeeville.
We don't want to save the best for last.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm Joey Ginn. I'm a corporal here at the Hardeeville Police Department. I'm also with our community-oriented policing division. I started my career in 2003, and most of my career was out there chasing bad guys and having fun. And one day you wake up, you're a little older, you know, a whole lot wiser, and an opportunity came here in Hardeeville, and I came to talk to Chief Woodward, and he graciously offered me a position to do what I'm doing now. It's the most favorite thing I've ever done in my law enforcement career since I started, which is what we do now. Seeing little kids and seeing how they react with us, knowing that, hey, if I can make a difference in their life and have them become a productive citizen, we've done a lot for them. And then you look out in the room, there's not any little kids here, obviously, but we know now that, hey, as you get my age and older, we need things for us as well. So this is why we do this, is to educate you, make you know, hey, this is what the men and women that put on this uniform are out there doing for you every day at night. So we're glad you're here. I think you'll enjoy it.
So much more ahead on Sun City News. Rich Holman's here with entertainment news. We highlight a Sun City photography resident. And Mike Romano has sports news to report. So make sure you come on back.
Sun City TV invites you to join our crew. Our growing technology presence requires enthusiastic, creative volunteers. No previous TV experience needed. Email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com.
Rich Holman standing by with some entertainment news.
Thanks, Norma. The lead ensemble on Hilton Head invited us to attend the preview of their latest production, Skeleton Crew. Norma Taylor spoke with the director.
Well, I'm here with Catherine, Nora Leroy Lawson. That's up in lights. And she's the director of the new production of Skeleton Crew at the Lean Ensemble. Well, nice to meet you, Catherine.
It's nice to meet you, Norma.
Okay, give us a little, how you've been in the world of theater.
Wow. So I started in elementary school.
Wow.
So that's been some years
you're
ago.
young, so that's not as far back as me.
I played a carrot, and my grandmother made the costume.
A carrot.
I played a carrot, and my grandmother made the costume. And
okay.
yeah,
It's a big part. But
that's
it was a speaking part or no speaking
it
part?
was. I think I had a small, like 1 or 2 lines.
Okay.
But that started me on my journey. I then was in church and delivering welcome speeches,
No.
and I would get standing ovations.
She also had the opportunity of speaking with Blake White, the founding artistic director of the Lean Ensemble.
I'm here with Blake White, and Blake is the artistic director of the Lean Ensemble. And we're here to see Skeleton Crew tonight, Blake.
That's right.
So tell me, let our Sun City residents know what's coming up here at the Lean Ensemble.
First of all, hi, Sun City. Thank you, as always, for trekking over that bridge. Whenever it gets replaced, we'll see what happens, but it's safe today. It's a safe bridge to come over. Come see us at the Main Street Theater, 3000 Main Street on Hilton Head Island. We're running Skeleton Crew, which is written by a wonderful playwright named Dominique Morceau, who actually won the MacArthur Genius Award. I am 46 years old. No one has ever offered me an award for being a genius, ever in my entire life. So I'm not sure how I feel about that.
And I've got that high.
I know, I feel, well, I've heard of Mensa, so that's kind of the same thing. And then following this from May 15th through the 25th, speaking of geniuses, we're doing a play called Masterclass by a genius named Terrence McNally about a genius named Maria Callas. So if maybe you saw the movie Tar, it's sort of like that. Maria Callas is giving master classes to young opera singers. She's a little bit later on in her career. And she gives 3 different classes to 3 different singers. There's music, there's beautiful arias in it, and it's going to be a stunning performance by an up-and-coming actress that I'm quite fond of. Her name is Peggy Trecker-White as Maria Callas, my wife of 18 plus years. So she will be tackling that role, and we are very excited to see that Tony Award-winning play right here on this stage at the Main Street Theater, May 15th through the 25th. So we hope to see you there as well.
Oh, we'd love to come. Yes, I love opera, and I always loved Maria.
There's a grand piano in the lobby. It's going to be on stage. Through theater magic, we're going to move it. I think it's got wheels. It's not actually that big of a deal.
I knew if I asked you a question, Blake, you were not going to be hesitant about.
You said 2 minutes. I thought that was a long time, but now I feel like I need 7 more.
Okay, well, I have to cut you off.
All right, that's it.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you, Norma.
Look forward to seeing the show.
Thanks.
That's it. Get up, get out, and enjoy yourself. Back to you, Norma.
Sun City photographer Sophia Schade has received international recognition recently. We had the opportunity to talk to her about her award.
Well, Sophia, you participated in something really, really exciting, and the Photography Society of America. Tell us about it.
So PSA is Photography Society of America. They have members throughout the world. As of recent, 80 countries. In 2025, they had a gathering in Sri Lanka, and I participated in it.
Okay. Now, what did you have to do, and what was the inspiration with your award-winning photograph?
So first of all, there were 21 countries that participated in the event. We actually flew into Sri Lanka to see how beautiful of a country that was. And we were there for 7 days. During the gathering, we were encouraged, of course, to take photos and submit photos for the last night for the reception. There were 111 photos submitted, and out of the 111 photos, my photo won a gold medal, and it's this right here. And it really is heavy.
Whoa, it is really heavy. I mean,
so I feel like I was
put that around your neck, you're going to be hanging down, you know?
I feel like I was in the
Olympics. I'd be wearing it. I'd be wearing it. Yeah.
Okay, let me put it on.
Yes.
So that way I have it on while we're doing the interview.
Yes.
So anyway, so the inspiration behind, during the first 6 days, we were in 4 different hotels, visited about 5 different cities, and photographed from landscapes to elephants to fishermen, any street photography, anything you can imagine. One of the visits we had was in a village, and they had setups where you were able to photograph a blacksmith, somebody opening coconuts. You were able to photograph people weaving roofs, people painting, people making puppets. On the way, during that whole day, I was trying to figure out how can I represent the ghost of Sri Lanka.
Now here's Mike Romano with sports news.
The Okatee Creek Golf Course will be closing on April 1st for a 6-month renovation project. The golf course management team has been working diligently to make the transition from 3 courses to 2 as seamless as possible. New procedures for establishing tee times have been developed and will be implemented soon. In addition, practice facility usage has also been addressed. Check the golf website for in-depth details. The Low Country Pickleball Tournament will be held on April 4th through April 6th on the North and South Courts. This premier East Coast pickleball event brings in star players from throughout the country. Sun City residents are welcome to watch some entertaining pickleball and enjoy the food that will be available. The pickleball website has more details. Looking for a fun sport that is also good for your health? We found just the club. Let's take a look.
We are with Cheryl Cheddar, who is the president of the Silver Striders organization, the Silver Striders Club. Cheryl, how many members do you have in the club today?
Today we have just shy of 230 people who are club members. That constitutes the walkers, the runners, and those who consider themselves both.
Now, I know that we read a lot about running and walking and its health benefits. Do you emphasize that with your organization? And what health benefits are you seeing from your group, firsthand knowledge?
You know, that's an interesting question, and we do pursue knowledge of health benefits. We're actually a lot of times inviting outside sources or experts in to give us talks at our various general meetings. For example, the last one we had the owner of one of the local physical therapy offices, and he came in and gave us not only a great presentation but left behind a lot of his suggestions. In addition, we're inviting instructors here from Sun City who do various exercise classes to come and see us this upcoming May 8th meeting, which is actually at the pavilion. But I would say over and above that, in addition to the health benefits, and I watch people start where they're struggling to get 3 miles into an hour to leading the group maybe half a year later. And it's not only that, I'd say if you kind of compare it to the blue zones, it's the sense of community. I think you heard it with both of our vice presidents that we step out of our roles as walkers and runners to reach across and make sure that everybody is still a community as a whole. So not only are you outside, and we know you have to stay busy and fit and get up off the couch, so to speak, and so we're out at least 3 times a week, but we enjoy each other's company as well, so that keeps it going.
Sure. If somebody wants to join the club, how do they? What should they do?
Okay, it's very simple. We have a website on suncityhiltonhead.org under sports, Silver Striders, and there's 2 ways you can join. You can print an application, fill it out, and it gives you directions to place it and your check for $10 into the mailbox of our treasurer, or you can fill out the electronic form and use your CAM card. They're both very easy forms, and it's $10 a year.
Well, thank you, Cheryl. It's really been good to talk to you today. And there you have it, everyone. Silver Striders. I think that $10 is really worth it. This is Mike Romano, SCTV Sports.
That's it for this week's Sports Report. It's now time to get outside and enjoy the sun. For SCTV Sports, this is Mike Romano.
Well, that's our news for this week. Thank you for watching. Catch us on cable and on our YouTube station, where we invite you to hit like and subscribe. Now, to see expanded coverage of some of our SCTV stories, tune into our monthly show, Extra. And if you have questions and comments, email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. Check in with us next week for all the news that's in your neighborhood. For Sun City News, I'm Norma Taylor.